It's my feel-good breakfast show. Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. And if you've just joined us, we're celebrating our brand new studio, and it is absolutely incredible. But one thing that stays the same is that Mondays is all about relationships. And the beginning of a relationship is usually the period when you are most trying to impress your new partner. And your habits related to fitness and health may change during this time.
That's right now, but as things progress, our weight and bill of health may change, and this may require your partner to make some lifestyle adjustments that they will need to, will need some support with. Today, the question we are asking is, how would we talk about weight and our health with our partners, and how is the best way to support them through this critical lifestyle change? Dr. Eve, she's in the building to help us discuss this hot topic, and we'd love to hear your questions and your comments as well. So head on over to our Expresso Facebook page, drop us a comment on the post that we've got, and we will happily engage with you live right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Hello.
Dr. Eve.
Adjusting to all the newness.
What do you think of our new set?
It's gorgeous. It feels very professional.
And nice and
Very
big.
elegant.
Spacious.
Very, spacious is the word.
Yeah.
It's lovely to be here. Yeah. Now we need to get a little intimate. Huh?
Definitely.
Yeah.
And Dr. Eve, when it comes to, relationships, I know some partners, we use the term let themselves go. But when it comes to weight, why is it always such a topic of discussion for society? People are always interested in, you've gained weight, you've lost weight.
I think at the beginning of a relationship, when there is a weight concern, if one person is uncomfortable with the other person's weight, there is a silence around it, and we don't say anything. I'm hesitating around the word weight because I really don't like it.
Yeah.
I think what we need to be referring to is lifestyle.
Yeah.
Because actually, if somebody has an increased weight, then it's because their lifestyle isn't healthy. And when they meet, some people might be defensive and say, well, I've gained a few pounds, but I plan to lose it. So you walk into the relationship with a sense of hopefulness that this person is going to adjust to my lifestyle, which may be healthier and may be one in which I'm very conscious of it. So I think that that's a red flag that people do need to note right at the beginning of a relationship, that if this person is not living the same healthy lifestyle, or has it as a value, it's something you do need to be aware of, because people don't change.
I always looked at it in the other way. Is a lot of my friends that I know they're very health focused. They go to the gym, and the minute they're in a new relationship, people tend to start getting a bit rounder. Why? Because you're going out
You're
more.
eating more,
You're going
true.
for dinners more.
That's true.
And a friend of mine always says relationships make you fat.
Yeah.
Not necessarily in a good or a bad way, but why
Right.
is it? Why is it that within a relationship, our health focus or our weight focus tends to change?
There are two parts to it. The one is that your relationships are going to make you fat. And then there's also research that shows, Leanne, that if a couple exercise together or they take on a healthy lifestyle together, then it's much easier, it's much better. Then they really do kind of get committed to a healthier lifestyle. But to come back to Zoe around the story of weight, why do we put so much focus on it? I think it's way, way more difficult today because of Instagram. That there's this whole competition going and this whole comparing going, and that's incredibly difficult. But the question is, how does a partner deal with it, with somebody else? That you notice that somebody has got larger, especially like after a baby or during menopause, or when changes are happening, when there's a crisis and somebody may layer themselves just to get some comfort for themselves. So there are a few kind of like golden rules that we do want to observe so that people will feel more comfortable and the relationship doesn't get that strained. Because there is this now extra layering of weight, or the person is not embracing a healthy lifestyle. They're not exercising at a gym or going for dance classes.
Okay, well, we'll certainly unpack all of those golden rules with Dr. Eve. If you've got a comment or a question to weigh in on our conversation, head on over to the Expresso Facebook page, leave your comment on our post, and we will connect with you live.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Well, we are talking relationships with Dr. Eve. We are back, and of course, she is our relationship expert. She's in the hot seat helping us to discuss and unpack how to talk to our partners about their weight and health. Now, we would love to hear your questions and your comments, so don't be shy. Head on over to our Expresso Facebook page, drop us a comment on our post, and we will happily engage with you live here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. A very interesting topic, Dr. Eve. Especially, I mean, you know, you sometimes compromise going to the gym to rather spend time with your partner. So you start to neglect yourself in order to spend more time with someone else. Hence, you often pick up weight, or your lifestyle changes essentially.
Oh, I would really, I feel, I can't even speak around that you're going to give up gym to be with the person. You kind of have 1 hour at gym, so that's not giving enough time to be the person. I'm going to pick up on something that Graham said earlier on as we started the show. He said he knows one thing, is just never talk to a woman about her weight. And I have to agree with that. But let's look at some of the do's and don'ts of how to approach this very delicate conversation. And it does seem to be leaning towards women. It's not always like that. There are oftentimes that equally where women are feeling as uncomfortable with their partner's weight, whether it's woman to woman or woman to male in a heterosexual or homosexual situation. So first thing is, please don't shame your partner. Don't say things like, I'm no longer attracted to you because you're carrying weight. Also, don't make the whole conversation and the focus all around weight. Don't make the relationship all around that, because this person is thinking about the weight and lifestyle and what they're not doing and what they should be doing like 24/7. It's a very difficult, weighty subject for them. Don't allude to it by making comments around food. Don't monitor what they're eating. Don't bring in, this is a new diet, or here is a nutritionist that I'm going to be sending you to. Your job as the partner who is uncomfortable, and I'm stressing that, is to take care of your own anxiety. This is your own stuff. You have to leave your partner to take care of their stuff. Now, it could be that this is a very important value for you. I mean, for myself, it's like probably a number one value in my life, to have a healthy lifestyle. And it doesn't fit in well to have a partner who doesn't value that, because it would be like we have different values, and that will be extrapolated into other areas of our lives as well. But it's not something you should be nagging a partner about. This is your issue. I can't be nagging a partner to be following my lifestyle or doing things that I do. It's just not going to be workable or fair to the partner.
Well, Dr. Eve, what do you do in the instance where you're genuinely concerned for their health? And it's you're coming from a place of, you know, concerning if it reaches a certain level. How do you then approach that topic?
So we want to shift the conversation into the more nuanced, into this is not about weight. This is about your health. And I think it's kind of a euphemism, Zoe. I think that we kind of feel it's better to talk about health when it is about weight as well. I think the important thing to remember is when we talk about health, we are not saying specifically, this is about your weight. If it's coming from a kind and respectful place, we're saying that this is about my concern around your well-being. And it's important to know the difference between weight and health. When we talk about health, we're talking about what's called numbers. Now, numbers mean what is your cholesterol number, what is your blood pressure number, what is your sugar level. Those are the health issues that we're talking about. And so it's easier to talk about that when there's an escalation of those numbers rather than your waist size or your weight. I think the person would be much more likely to listen and take cognizance.
And just because you're skinny doesn't necessarily mean that you're healthy
either. Just get rid of scales. We really do not want scales.
Get them out the way. We are talking about relationships, we are talking about health, we are talking about weight, and how all of those play a role in how you see your partner and how the two of you interact. You can let us know how you feel about this topic on our Facebook page. We put up a lovely post there. And of course, we will be back with our relationship expert, Dr. Eve, after this.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. It's Relationship Mondays. We're chatting to our relationship expert, Dr. Eve. It's all about relationships today and weight within a relationship. You know, when a couple starts seeing each other and start dating and we're going out more and, you know, you start picking up a little bit of weight along the way. How do you broach the topic of a partner that is carrying a bit more than what you feel is good for them? Of course, there are a myriad of ways, and we gave you a few options on our Twitter page with regards to that.
That's right. So we've put up a poll, and this is what you had to say. 15% says, I'm not attracted to you. 7% went for the option that says nag. And Dr. Eve, 78% of our viewers said, how can I help?
Wow.
Oh, everyone's been so kind. How can I help?
How can I help, darling?
Yeah. So I think again, it's the way that how can I help? Is it going to be a pressure of how can I help? Because I think you really need to lose weight, or I think you need to be gymming more. So be very careful. Ideally, you do want to say, how can I help, rather than nagging or rather than criticizing and shaming the person. We don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
I think there's another element to lifestyle as well, and that is if somebody becomes ill, or if somebody's on medication where they're not able to follow a healthy lifestyle, or they've undergone some kind of surgical procedure, or going through something like menopause, then it's a different kind of support, and then it is how can I help from a genuine point of view. Once again, it's not about saying to the person, I'm going to create a diet schedule for us. I'm going to put up a routine every Monday, whatever. We're going to go to the gym together. We're going to do this together. It's about really listening to what the person needs and what the person is capable of in that time. And going through an acceptance that there is a body shape difference. And for all of us, there's going to be body shape differences as we age and as we go through illnesses, medication changes, menopause, andropause. We do go through these changes. The focus really is, how does it impact the relationship? And this is what I would love to invite our viewers to share with us. How has it made a difference to you in your relationship? Have you found that I am no longer sexually attracted to this person, so I'm not being sexual, or I'm now having an affair with somebody else because I don't find this person attractive anymore? Or is it because a deal breaker, and I literally have left this relationship because this person is not showing respect for themselves, or I feel uncomfortable hanging with this person. I don't think that they are respecting me and what my value system is. And I'd love to know how people are negotiating this with each other in their relationships.
I think there's a lot of people that deal with that within the relationships, and it's
I
not
do
even
too.
about how the other person sees you, it's how do you see yourself? You know,
Yeah.
how secure do you feel in the relationship now if you've maybe gained weight or lost weight or feel unattractive as a result of that? So you can go to our Facebook page, let us know how you deal with that within your relationship, how you broach this topic, and of course we'll be back with Dr. Eve one more time after this.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Ladies, exercise, it fits in well with our topic today with Dr. Eve. And Dr. Eve earlier mentioned that it's not about putting the focus on someone's weight, but rather their health. And Dr. Eve, Leanne had a very interesting scenario when it comes to, you know, the relationship types.
Yes.
Well, the scenario that I mentioned to Dr. Eve during the break was I wanted to know about the whole concept of a feeder within a relationship. And I've come across this a few times where one particular person in the relationship is insecure. Insecure of what their partner looks like. Maybe they're really, you know, toned and svelte and all of that, and feels like if that person was not as confident or secure within themselves, they would be more attached to them. And so you start spoiling them with treats and dinners and going out, and before long, and telling them how much more attracted to them you are as they grow bigger. But it's all a way of addressing your own insecurity.
Yes, indeed.
And if they feel more insecure, they'll never leave you.
They'll cling on to you.
They'll cling on to you.
So,
And I've
I mean,
seen
that's
this
the thing,
time
it's the feeder.
and time again.
Yeah, that's something called the feeder. So beware of the feeder who's giving you chocolates and cake and encouraging you to do that.
Give me an apple.
Yeah, and that's
Flowers.
control. It's called control. So what do we want to do if you do have a partner that's making you feel disquieted, that's making you feel unsettled because he or she is not following your regime or looking the way that you want them to look? And then also this person is really struggling, and you do want to have empathy because people do struggle with weight. people struggle with eating disorders.
Yeah.
This is a very, very real thing, and there's a difference between an eating disorder and somebody who is just not following a healthy lifestyle.
Yeah.
So the way that you work with them is, as I said, with empathy, having a sense of compassion for their struggle, because it is a struggle to try and find time to exercise and to follow a healthy lifestyle and to be the weight that you want to, or look the way that you want to be looking. And one of the beautiful things to do is to be encouraging them that when they do begin to do any small thing, any small adjustment that they make, to be saying to them, I'm sure you feel more energetic. I'm sure you are feeling more positive about yourself, or I'm enjoying seeing that you are much more present and happy with yourself. So noticing that they are doing something for themselves at their own pace, but that their energy is up, their mood is going to be elevated, their own sense of self and their quality of life is going to improve. And it's focusing on those aspects rather than saying, your pants look better on you. Or I'm going to buy you that outfit because you will fit into that outfit better. That is shaming, that is blaming, that is judging. You don't want to do it. The bottom line message is take care of your own anxiety because you're uncomfortable with the way that that person's living. And it can be a deal breaker. I mean, tell us on Facebook, is it a deal breaker? Have you ever done that as a deal breaker? Because the person no longer was attractive or wasn't following a healthy lifestyle that was in line with your lifestyle.
And also that age-old question of, does this jeans make me look fat? If you're not ready for the answer, don't ask the question. That's how I feel, because I feel like every man on the face of the planet dreads having to answer that question, because there's no right and there's no wrong.
I'm going to throw it back to women and say, please never ask that question.
Don't ask the question.
Don't ask the question.
Because you already know the answer, actually, when you're asking it, I think.
You do. Well, Dr. Eve, thank you for joining us for today's conversation. And welcome to our new studios.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Look forward to being here. Lots more.
Of course. So, and if you have a comment or a question, you can always head on over to our Expresso Facebook page. Leave it there for us and we will answer it for you.